Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to State of the Squadron number 39. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. State of the Squadron is the show where I talk about things happening in and around Star Citizen and the glorious organization which is Test Squadron. But today is a special day. Not only because I actually made a video, but also because we are closing in on 19,000 members. One more person joins. We have 19. Guys, give yourself a round of applause. Amazing. I never thought we'd get to 10,000, never mind 19. Things are going great. And I really appreciate those of you who've chosen Test Squadron as the organization to join. We appreciate you coming here. There's lots of great organizations out there. We're going to talk about a couple. You know, I used to make a whole series about other orgs, and I want to get back into that again. I enjoy actually giving the smaller orgs a spotlight. We'll talk about the Senate, which is a sort of an organization for org leaders. We'll get to that at the end. But to start off, I actually want to do something I don't do too much, and that is give a shout out to some of the new members which have joined recently. So Mayhem25 says, he is bold and sexy. I like this guy already. I play a lot because my 4 teenage children love to fight and argue, and I can't hear them in my headset. I like playing in a group. Okay. Nice to meet you, Mayhem. Welcome. Charby88 says, I have most of my shots, but not all of them. It's been a lifelong dream to become a Walmart employee. I have the ability to work with morons without killing them. Army. Oh, nice, nice. I would be a great addition to your softball team if we had one, yeah. Also, FC, can I bring my Drake? Ah, an Eve player. Welcome, nice to have you join us. So, funny reasons you should accept me to the org. Yeah, you see, we ask people when they sign up to give us funny reasons to accept them. I mean, you don't have to, but you can. So let's see what this guy says. Former Army. Thank you for joining. And have the mouth to prove it. Yeah, we've got some Navy guys who could probably put you to shame. Worked on Cobra attack helicopters and was the crew chief on Huey's. Oh, nice. Have always loved flying in a real-life private pilot, which is why my buddy dragged me into the game. Always wanted to be a test pilot. Perfect attitude for this game. Great. Perfect fit. Acid Trip says, I'm not the droid you're looking for. Nice. Classic Star Wars meme. Pirate Squid says, hello. Yes, very deep. I like it a lot. Lieutenant Dango Leg says, you've tried the best, now try the rest. Yes, it rhymes. I like it. Wolf says, pick me. I am legit. I have a HOTAS set up in the shower. What? I've been trying to go HOSAS. Hands on stick and stick. That's what HOSAS is. But my wife has a problem with it for some reason. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so slow. I need my second cup of coffee. Like, I was really wondering. I get it. Nice, nice. Friends that play. Okay, Cliche says, friends that play, no rules about being what I want. My boyfriend is in here. Oh man, a girl? A girl on the internet? You have lots of members, I can learn from you. That's right, you can. Let's pick on me later. Nice to meet you, Cliche. Welcome to Test. Secret Rob says, I have an issue where I bought too many big ships. I have no one to help me use them. Examples, also Orion and the Aegis Declare. Yeah, Secret Rob, you know, strangely enough, we have a lot of that problem. Even though we are a very, very large organization, almost 20,000, one more person to go, as you saw. We kind of have more ships than members at this point. Scary thought, but I think it's true. Red Coat Actual says, resume, real life former drunken sailor. Ah, someone to mouth off at the army, guys. Nice. Stole a Greek flag from a barge in Cyprus and was beaten and arrested by Greek MPs. Oh, okay, we've got a Greek member here. His name's Crystal. He's Greek military. I'm sure he wants to have a talk with you now. Have seen every episode of Star Trek, The Expanse, BSG, Orville, Rick and Morty, and Futurama. Oh, you are definitely qualified. Certified space expert, I would agree. Own multiple shitbox cars, certified space mechanic. This is the most I've typed in years. Thank you very much for the effort, Red Coat Actual. I do appreciate that. Cause for Concern says, I drink, then I forget things. Sometimes I see things and hear voices in my head. You are definitely qualified to be in test. Or some have said, I have some large ships and no one to crew them. This is a Veiler, by the way. Exactly the same issue we spoke about a second ago. I have some large ships I want to crew them with. Help me test Squadron. You're my only hope. Star Wars memes again. I like it a lot. Clayton says, funny reason to let me in. There's always more space. Invalid Rage says, hello, I'm brand spanking new to this game. Would like to get to know this game on a deeper level. That sounds kind of sexy. I feel like joining this org is a great place to start. Indeed, it is. Invalid Rage. Welcome to Test. David A says, hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Would like to join. You're in, David A. Welcome to Test. Almost there, guys. Bear with me. I think it's the last one. DMT says, I want to get drunk and party with you. New to Star Citizen and love it. Got my roommate into it. We are learning to drink our way through the galaxy. Ah, yes. Welcome to Drunk Squadron on Friday nights. You're more than welcome to lead the squad. Let's see what this guy said. Saucy Dub Socks says, so I heard this is the best org. You heard correctly. In the galaxy, that is so. Well, I'm looking for an organization that can recognize the importance of the Aegis Reclaimer. I need an organization that realizes the mighty... here it is. Here it comes. It sounded pretty normal, and then we get to the second or third sentence, right? I need an organization that realizes the mighty girth that is the Reclaimer. I want to block out the sun with the ship menacing intensity, to sit on a planet-side ships with the might of Shamu. I want to use the power of my... all right. Yeah, we get the message there. Thank you very much. No, I'll try to keep this rather PG. But I did read them all. Thank you all very much for your wonderful and entertaining messages. I do enjoy reading them, and I will make more of an effort to put more of them on my videos when I do that. So before I forget, I've got to always forget to do this, and I've got to give a very, very big thank you to my Patreon backers and the guys who donate to the website. Patreon guys, I give you credit at the end. Website donation guys, I forget you all the time. So this time I'm doing it in the beginning, and I have to give a big thank you to Garrick Duval for his 10. Thank you. August for his 10. US dollars, even though he's in Australia. Thank you, August. Not needed, but much appreciated. Miles Away, $5. Thank you very much, Miles. Guest for $10. Thank you, Guest. Darren, 1985 for $5. Thanks. Sky Captain for 50. Thank you, Sky Captain. Very much appreciated. Greenhouse, Turtle Power, $5. Rear Intruder, $1. Rear Intruder. It's $1 every time, and it's $1 I appreciate. Thank you, sir. Ecstasy for $30 in December. Thank you very much. I didn't do December, by the way. We're going to do December too. Greenhouse for 10. Ronan Shonen for 50. Ronan, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. By the way, guys, a lot of these donations went towards our booth in CitizenCon. And we're going to talk about that next. August in December for $10 again. Garrick Duval for $10 again. Mile Away for $5. Thank you. Covalent for 5. Vavrick for 50. Thank you, Vavrick, very much. Agrath for 10. Lord Darthvik for 10. Photons for 10. And Placid for $25. This is the end of November. Thank you very much, Placid. I'm sorry it took me this long to thank you for all of that. So speaking of CitizenCon, which is where a lot of the funding went. I know I didn't actually make a video about this past CitizenCon. Forgive me for that. I was in the middle of a move. But I got to be honest with you. And I guess some may not like this. But this last CitizenCon in Manchester wasn't as exciting or as good as the one we had in Texas. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing. You can't expect to blow everyone away every single CitizenCon. It's not going to happen. There's always going to be one or two which are the big ones everyone's going to love. So the one we had in Texas, in Austin, they released the Kraken, there was the Valkyrie, and they showed, what did they show? God, I forgot. But anyway, it was a really, really good CitizenCon. It was massive. The place was huge. Everything was organized nicely. And obviously, being in America, there's just a lot more people who attend those. From what I saw from the Manchester CitizenCon, it was really nice. Nicely planned, nicely done, executed. But there was no real big reveal. And again, I gotta say, disappointed. I'm not ashamed to say this. I was disappointed. There was nothing new shown about Squadron 42 again. So what is it, CIG? What's happening with Squadron 42? Is it that you are at a point where you don't want to reveal too much? Or is it that there's a problem? Now, the roadmap seems to be going along fine, so I don't think there's too many issues, but it would have been nice to have some small tidbits, some little bit extra at CitizenCon itself. Now, we did see something recently. They put out a video, was it on New Year's or just after Christmas? There was a Squadron 42 teaser. That would have been great at actual CitizenCon itself. Excuse me while I have a drink. Really important to keep hydrated. But yeah, I gotta say, a little disappointed we didn't see anything new about Squadron 42 at CitizenCon. But nonetheless, good times were had. Here's a picture of Panzer, and that is Neldorf over there in the hat. Not a test member, but that's okay. And here we have our Danish duo. That's Munkin and Shive. If you have not met them, drop in your Discord anytime. They are always there. Awesome, awesome guys. And it's nice to see everyone hanging out together. Here's a good picture. This is Lefty. Now, I don't know why Lefty got to fly the plane from South Carolina all the way to London, to the UK. But very, very brave of the pilot to let Lefty sit there and take controls like that. So congratulations, Lefty, on not crashing that particular plane. We've seen you crash other vehicles in the past. Here we have Makut and his lovely wife. Here's a picture of the gang all together at the bar. And obviously more pictures of the event. Captain Richard representing again. Hasgar had some beautiful artwork which he sent. This is one of them, and numbered by himself. A Hasgaha original. I don't know who that is. Oh, no, doesn't look familiar to me. Never mind. But if you guys want to check out, I'll drop a link to that thread. You can take a look at everything that happened in CitizenCon. Staying on the forums, there's a quick topic I want to cover, and that is these kind of comments. Here's the thing. I get this a lot on my YouTube channel. CIG bleeding money, but not according to the financial statement. Okay, let's forget the second part here. Let's look at this first part. CIG bleeding money. I don't expect everyone to understand how businesses operate. It's complicated. Startups especially. Startups are not easy to understand unless you've been part of one and you know how it works. So you get funding, you have a runway, a certain amount of time for you to deliver a certain project. And what you do during this runway time is you do everything you can and you operate at 150% to get your promised product to market. So I had to correct Devil Dog Hog here. Not picking on you, Devil Dog Hog, but it's a good thing you brought up this topic. So he brought the topic, CIG bleeding money. He goes, no, according to the financial statement, they are making money. My response to him was, no, they're technically correct. They are bleeding money. But let's take a look at the crowdfunding sheet, which I referenced in the past a lot. Holy crap. Look at that. Now, my last video in October, we were here in the, can you see this? Yeah, we're here in this blue section. And I said back then, I said, guys, 2019 is on track to be the biggest year for Star Citizen yet. 2019, I said back in October, was going to be the most massive, biggest year for Star Citizen yet. Why this is important on many different levels. First of all, a concern I had back in 2014-15 was, how long can this continue? How long can they keep on raising funds to develop a game which has been delayed? We all know the story of the delays, why they were delayed. And if you're like me, a concern was, what if backer money dries up? And I said this in the past a lot myself. I've said many times how I personally hardly put fresh money into the game. Most of the time, I melt or reclaim certain things in my account and put the store credit towards something new. So seeing this kind of action, well, I expected this, but seeing this thing, look how far funding went in 2019. Massive. That is incredibly, incredibly positive for this project, showing a lot of fresh money coming into the game, backers loving what they see, and as we get more ships, more systems, and closer to Squadron 42, this kind of action is definitely what's going to get us there. So how, in light of all this money being raised, let me scroll down to, what was the total for 2019? Bear with me for a second. That's a long list. And down here to the end of 2019, total in December was $11.4 million. Total in 2019, $47 million for 2019. Incredible. Simply incredible. So how can they be operating at a loss is the question with all this money coming in? It's very simple. So here's the thing. Oh, by the way, year over year, look at that. Blew everything out the water. Massive money coming into the game. Funding continuing very, very strong. So to answer the question here, that Devil Dog Hog, well, not a question, but a statement. How can they be bleeding money? This, you know what? Let me show you. Let's explain like this. Well, first of all, CIG could very, very easily let go of 100, 150 employees and say, okay, we have 400 employees now, not 550, not 600. We're cutting down to 400 employees and we're going to be in the black. They can do it tomorrow if they wanted to. They can simply cut back the amount of employees and be in the black every single quarter. But less employees means it's going to take longer to get to market. And we all know the delays already. But I want to show you something to compare it to. And let's just cover the name of this for a second. Well, never mind. I'm too lazy to cover the name. But here's the point I want to make. Amazon. Now, back in Now, first of all, before you refundians start having a hissy fit and freaking out that I'm comparing CIG to Amazon, the comparison I want to make is this, and that Amazon, when it came along in the late 90s, was new. It was different. There was nothing like it. And for those of you who were in the market back in the late 90s, you saw this. You saw the stock in Amazon go from 10 to 20 to 50 to $1,000 per share. Was Amazon the first company ever to go $1,000 per share? I think so. And it did it while the company was making massive losses from 98 to 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, let's call it 2004. They were operating in the red. Every single book they were selling online was being sold at a loss. After all the expenses, they were selling everything at a loss. Why? Because they were getting themselves entrenched. They were getting a foothold in a market that they were going to completely dominate. And well, you all know where Amazon is now, and look at the massive, massive quarterly profits they had most recently. But obviously a great success. But there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 years where they operated in the red. Again, not comparing CIG to Amazon, but showing you that massive companies early on burned their cash, operated in the red to get where they needed to go. Same story right now with Star Citizen. They are burning, even though they made $47 million for the year, they still have more expenses than's coming in, and they're operating in the red because they need as many employees as possible to get this product out as fast as possible. So yes, technically, when you see people crying that CIG is bleeding money, that is correct. They are burning more money than they are bringing in, and they're using the reserves which they got from the first few years. If you go back to here, 2013, 2014, they did not need, well, operating costs back in these early years of 2013, 14 were, I don't have the statements in front of me, but they brought in more money than they needed in these years. So whenever they are in the red, they are taking money from the years which they had a surplus from, plus the 40 million investment for marketing purposes, which includes SeasonCon, is being used to pay for that. So that is how they are technically operating in the red, even though they're bringing in more money. So I hope that clarifies that story there. I don't want to take this video for too long, but guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have comments or questions or topics you want me to cover in the next video, your comments below are appreciated. Patreon guys, thank you very much. I love you all. Mwah. Griffin, who is busting my chops, he goes, Montoya, I pay your Patreon every month. Where's your video? I am beholden to the corporate meeting, to the corporate interests of Griffin. Yes, Griffin, here you are. You happy? That said, I've got to make a lot more videos over this next week. 3.8.1 is out to PTU. Are we supposed to say that? Crap, too late. I don't know. 3.8.1 is out to PTU. I'm going to jump in there right now, take a look at it, and report back with how 3.8 is looking. Guys, drop me to Discord. There's always someone playing right now. What the hell are you guys playing Ark for? Okay, well, they're playing Ark right now, all right? But anyway, yeah, they play Star Citizen too. For those of you new, welcome to Test Squadron. Great to have you. Drop by Discord, say hello, and I will see you in the next one.